In this vlog, Steph and I visit York and stop the weekend at the Dean Court Hotel, which is alleged to be haunted. We also go and join in on the memorial parade, whilst at some point we end up in a cocktail bar and a Viking pub. How strange. This is the outside of where we stopped, the Dean Court Hotel in York, very close to the cathedral, and as usual I didn't film it on the first day or the second day, I did it on the day we was about to leave. On the opposite side is a small memorial, again to the soldiers and brave people that have fallen, and also to remember those that are still with us today. The hotel itself is alleged to be haunted on the top floor, 2 floors above where our room was actually. But for some bizarre reason in hotels and a lot of places, ghosts seem to be confined to walls and doors and a particular room, which if you're a ghost, why would you stop in one room? This is the lobby area and the corridor. At the end there's some stairs that take you upstairs obviously, and also there was a lift. This is the room we stopped in, we was obviously on the first floor. It was a very good room. The shower room, ensuite, was very well decorated to a good standard. Obviously you're restricted because of the age of the building as to what you can do. The only issue I got was the fact that they've got a Venetian blind right next to the actual toilet. The shower was very good, very powerful. The water got very hot when we used it. And the bed itself is a king size bed. This is the view from one of the windows looking directly opposite to the memorial that's there. On the day we arrived there had been some filming, I can't remember what it was for, but it's been quite a lot about it in the press. Decent sized telly, and because when we went in November they'd already got some Christmas decorations up. This is the corner window which looks directly out towards the cathedral, or I should say York Minster. It was really a good view we got, couldn't really complain, and the location is very good for all the sightseeing that you want to do in York itself. The bar or mini bar was stocked, a couple of cans of beer, some non-alcoholic beer and some water. You got tea and coffee making facilities. And like we say, there's plenty of room within the room. We then went to have something to eat and drink and somehow ended up in a cocktail bar. The cocktail bar itself is next to, I should say, opposite Aunt Betty's tea rooms, but it's very good prices. The next day we ended up just exploring York. As we said, the Minster was directly opposite where we were stopping, and obviously it was high on the list for us to visit. To walk around the grounds is free. To actually go around the Minster itself on a guided tour you've got to pay for. And it was quite a lot of money from what I remember at the time for what you was actually going to see within there. But I know in the past other people have done it and they say there's information that you're given and items you're told to look at that you wouldn't even think of looking at, that are sort of hidden, if you know what I mean, until somebody identifies where they are. So we decided to go around York looking at different things. Went to Merchants Hall, which was closed on the day we went, which is typical for vlogging. So we ended up at a pub called the Valhalla, which is Viking base, and we stopped in there. We had 2 drinks, I believe it was, and then we decided to move on and seek some more adventures. The difficulty is at this time of year it gets dark quick, and filming with a GoPro outside isn't very good. So before we realised it, we decided we were going to go and get something to eat. So we ended up at Guy Fawkes pub. We did hear that in this place the pies were supposed to be very good, so we both ordered one, and they were very, very tasty indeed. I had the steak pie and Steph had the chicken pie. What I will say is the desserts are very good value, very well worth having. Steph and I had heard about some graves that were outside the city wall opposite the railway station, and apparently these are the cholera burial grounds of 1832. And like I said, we've been here a few times but never noticed these, so we thought we'd make a slight detour and have a look at them following the Remembrance parade. This is the cenotaph, which is opposite the railway station, but you have to go through one of the old arches to get to it. Again, we didn't notice this previously, but we have walked along the walls as well.